Allow the two children to attend the budget. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, my ego don't come, my people make we shout, my ego don't come, my ego don't come, man of the masses, my ego don't come, this one not the off in mind. And in the touchlight every corner. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder. My ego don't come. My people make we shout. My ego don't come. My ego don't come, man of the masses. My ego don't come. Political, this one not day off in mind. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, my ego don't come, my people make you shout, my ego don't come, my ego don't come, man of the masses, my ego don't come. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun dayari political. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò.
Máyégún.
Today. Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Máyégún Live. Thank you so much for joining me. Tonight, we are starting from the latest sort of like terrorism of the same state-sponsored terrorists in Nigeria. They have different faces. You have the Boko Haram, you have the ISWAP, you have the Lakurawas, you have the Mahmoudas, and then you do have the ISWAPs, all categories. And the last 6 months in Nigeria, especially in the middle belt part of Nigeria and some northeast of Nigeria, especially as well, Borno, where the lives that are currently being taken by these terrorists shouldn't be completely ignored. I know that the APC, they have succeeded in making something like this a no news, unfortunately. But like we've always been saying, before you become a victim, because everybody is going to be a victim at the end of the day. Yesterday's survivors, they are the today's victims, today's survivors. They are the potential tomorrow's victims. And those who are probably going to see my video is because they are still alive. There are those who possibly saw the video yesterday, and today they are part of the victims of this terrorism. So we shouldn't completely become so sort of like a cold towards news like this. Unfortunately, APC, Abducted and their gang, they have sort of normalized this. So what happened? Yesterday evening or night, the unknown terror group entered the Raka, a community in Tsafe local government area of Zamfara state, to kidnap, not just to kidnap first, they actually killed 8 people, including one retired teacher, as reported, and 3 students have also been reportedly taken by these terrorists. Similarly, in Benue State, 4 local government areas have reported at least, the killings of 23 farmers and villagers from 4 different local government areas between Monday and Friday, which was 2 days ago. 23. So these and more are what we are going to touch on tonight, if not for anything, at least for posterity. So please read beyond the caption of the broadcast, read the description of the broadcast, like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them all that Máyégún today. And if you have done that already, thank you. So also tonight, we shall be taking a look at, as currently being observed, the romance between Hell Rufire, the Kaduna Little Finger, or you can possibly call him the Kaduna Little Hitler. With Obi, a lot of people have been sort of like sounding the note of caution. Be careful, especially those from the southern Kaduna, especially too. Anyway, we're going to touch on that because Hell Rufire and Obi, they were guests at the forum in at the Cambridge University, University of Cambridge, where they were caught having a close chat, possibly before they went on stage. So we're going to dig into that. Also, tonight, as you possibly must have noticed, there's been drama all over Lagos simply because they did their supposed APC, did their party primaries for local government areas in Lagos. So I've got something on that for us tonight. So I actually I saw APC supporters shouting fraud, scam, lies, and all of that when their usual, their usual kind of mode of operation is Baba Sokwe. So once the order from above came, everybody is expected to file a single line. It seems these ones are not falling in line after the announcement of those that will be their candidates in a local government election expected to take place next month. Okay, so going to get to that one too, and a few other things. Also tonight, we are going to have guests. The guests from Yoruba Union who are going to come here seek for our support for a young mother, which I told you about yesterday, right? And if there is time, enough time for us tonight, of course, we shall take calls. So let's get down to it, brethren. So in the news, right, is that they use bandits for them, bandits, okay? So bandits entered a community, a government day secondary school in Raka, Tsafe local government area of Zamfara state. Zamfara state is a state, right, that is so kind of like at the center of the modern kind of terrorism we are witnessing in that contraption. So let me give you a bit of a throwback. And it starts from when in 2013, 2014, up till July, August of 2015, when Nigeria was still dealing with just one single terror group called Boko Haram, with the backing of the Al-Qaeda People's Congress, the terrorists who formed the APC, the Rufire and co. They were able to kind of like gain the attention of the supposed almighty Nigerian army. But it became almost obvious then that the Nigerian army were either new to the terrorism fight, or corruption, or or incompetence. Whatever it was, people kind of made different kind of allegations then. The reason why the Nigerian army couldn't defeat Boko Haram. So it cost Igbire Jonathan his presidency. But before that, the other factors that make it almost easier, right, for the Boko Haram terrorists, as well as their sponsor, to have a complete field day was the intervention in Nigerian politics by the American government under Barack Obama. I won't stop telling you that because it's true. So that factor, right? Despite all of that, I'm talking about beyond the internal factor, we also have the external factor. Not like those who kind of give them weapons directly. I'm talking about those who ensure that some diplomatic cover were given to them under different guises or what have you, right? But Jonathan went to South Africa, I remember. And I think he brought, at the time, the South African mercenaries, in which, at the time, some of the northern politicians, their supposed leaders, condemned the killings of the Boko Haram at the time. I mean, today, I don't know how old you are. This was like 10 years ago. 10, 12 years ago, by the way, all right? So they condemned it. They said Nigerian army, not the mercenaries, because it was the mercenaries. They were like already, if you remember, they had to postpone an election in 2015 because of this Boko Haram fight. Now, the point is that they had those whose contract was to decimate them. Because I used to ask myself, like, okay, which we later found out, okay, that it was the combination of all of what I listed as the reason why Nigerian army couldn't defeat Boko Haram. The Boko Haram inside the Vigilantes government that he said helping within to either share intel with the terrorist or ensure that any intel about the terrorist did not get to the right table and the right action was not taken. Corruption, incompetence, all join, right? So it exposed Nigerian army. And guess what? Like football, a lot of us sort of had ideas of how to fight terrorism and all of that stuff. And majority concluded at the time that a Vigilante was weak, possibly couldn't give the order. Not like the right intel were being hidden because of the compromised government that he ran or the entire system that was compromised at the time. So, Bukwari came. And you will think, oh, Bukwari is a northerner. And as a northerner, normally as a northerner, right? If you are seeing all these killings, all these kidnappings, destructions, and all this stuff, like naturally, all right, you are going to feel like if a northerner was your president, I'm just saying, like the government from the north, but it was actually the idea that when they had a northerner, they would not look away and watch them get killed. But guess what? That northerner supposedly now came. Bukwari, the first action of his was to send those mercenaries back. And with that, the same corrupt Nigerian army compromised, as well as the underpaid or poorly paid soldiers, right, were now expected to finish the war. So it's like, I don't have to tell these guys to stop fighting these terrorists. But at the same time, I can weaken them from within. Now, throughout that time, the insecurity in Nigeria escalated. It became more than just Boko Haram. Or then we had ISWAP. Then Fulani terrorists joined. And then Lakurawa joined. We currently have Bermuda on that. If not, terrorism in Nigeria became an industry. But surprisingly, the killings in northern Nigeria, especially in the middle belt part of Nigeria, quadrupled. I'm talking about tens of thousands of people slaughtered, women, children. Mass killing, mass kidnapping of school children became a normal thing. The people who said Jonathan was weak were now watching Bukwari give excuses. Excuses why, lies after lies on why, the terrorism continues to grow in Nigeria. Everybody watched it too. All of us watched the growth of terrorism in Nigeria. In 10 years, now you have more than 10 different kind of terror groups in Nigeria, including those ones in uniform. So a northerner was Nigeria president. Like naturally, you shouldn't be comfortable that you came to power because northerners were being killed or Nigerians were being killed, right? Only for you to come and then turn it into a profitable enterprise. That terrorists are now kidnapping people, showing their ransoms. They collected ransom, showing them. I'm showing that on social media. Terrorists now have TikTok, going live on TikTok. People are joining terrorists on TikTok to have a chat about what they are doing. Nigeria, so they normalized it. As more people ended up in the hands of these terrorists, right? In northerner. Meanwhile, you may not have to see it as a northerner or a southerner of a thing. or rather, as the policy of APC, to legitimize all illegitimacies, legitimize the rigged election, legitimize the terrorism industry, legitimize the corruption industry, legitimize impunity, legitimize, name it. So whatever it is that people used to kind of get mad for, APC came to legalize them. And if you fail to agree, then they will charge you for cyberbullying. Suddenly, the North is no longer bleeding. I mean, not that I have to give credit to those who, despite all of that, even from that middle belt and North, who still managed to sort of like speak up, release evidences of all these atrocities, because without them, we may never really have the true picture of what's going on in that place. But I think I'm now. If you put Nigeria on the map, and then you are like, just like I said, that some of us will say we have an idea, except there is actually an agenda that some of us have a clue, but we do not have like a whole evidence of it. But we have clues, because this is not normal, this is not right. Do you get that now? The terrorists sponsor in Nigeria, right? There are power that be all over the world that actually know them. But once, few times that they have actually released their identities, they still get shielded by the system somehow, or impossible to actually try them. While Nigerians are bleeding, and Nigerian farmers are being killed and slaughtered every now and then. Nigerian food sector has become so ravaged that Nigeria is, a sizable number or population of Nigeria is now being compared to the children from Sudan. So I'm like, hang on. Every now and then, because I have been following this for a while, right? And I understand the politics around it. I'm just trying to kind of feel like, like these guys, they are supposed to be humans, right? So when you sit down and let's practicalize this now, all right? So as I am seated here, let's assume that I am your president. And then the report comes in to say, oh, they have attacked this local government, that local government. What is it going to really take any sensible person, any humane person in that contraption, as corrupt as it is, to actually become human for once and say, you know what? I need the list of all the communities that have been ravaged, attacked, including ungoverned areas in Nigeria. So put the map on the table and say, okay, this is Nigeria, this is the map. So when you say this local government area, how many attacks happened in the last 5 years? 20. In this local government area, how many attacks happened there? How many people died? So when you have that kind of data, they are enough to motivate you. So if you look up Nigeria's sort of like a map, you can take a proof like that, and just draw this straight line like this. Draw this straight line. Put something that like an equator, and say, okay, you know what? You see, all of you from here, this way. Give me the details of all the state communities that falls under here. This is 2025 for goodness sake. Terrorists in Nigeria now possess drones, Baba. Boko Haram, they have drones. Fulani terrorists, they have surface to head grenade launcher, the rocket launcher, what do they call them? RPG. In Nigeria. But hang on. So if I happen to be your president, like, is that something that is impossible? You have the military. With the military population of over 300,000 soldiers, plus your Air Force, so your Navy and the rest of them, about the ragtag terrorists are doing this in that place, including women and children, killing women and children. And somebody within that face and all their corruption. Since I've been following this, right? Nigeria have spent over 40 trillion naira on fighting terrorism in Nigeria. It all started from Boko Haram's time, when they were using over 30% of Nigeria's budget on defense. Yeah, and yet every year that the budget keeps growing and growing and growing, so is the terrorism. So the people become more what? Unsafe. Like, can somebody just say, you know what? Here, 300,000 soldiers, 400,000 policemen. Like, you can actually put together 1 million, and you don't even need all of them. I just need 10,000 soldiers and call them special forces or special force. From there, your budget and what have you, right? Give them insurance, life insurance of, if anything happened to you. For example, if you sustain, a life impacting sort of injury, that stuff, right? That you can't really do anything anymore. 200 million naira to take care of you. Meanwhile, your healthcare, your everything, including if, will be covered by the army. Each person. And unfortunately, if you by any chance should die in the fight of this particular assignment, right? Your family, right, will also be paid a total of 500 million naira. Put the value on it. And yeah, that's your insurance. Meanwhile, that you are still here and you are going to have to still fight. If none of these happen to you, yeah, your take-home pay starts from 5 million naira each. Special operation, Baba, from your trillions, 10,000 of them. Now draw that map, draw line on that map and send them to, it's going to be like a sweeping. As some are on the ground, mopping the entire forest, the whole place up, as you have already, as they are mopping the ground. You have your Air Force. You don't even need your Air Force in this day and time. With all these armed drones, you can save a lot of lives, right? And you can smoke these guys from one part of, it's going to be like, as you are sweeping them this way, as some of them are running through the border, they can't even run through the border. We are calling something Operation Smoke Everything Out. Why can't that be done? In that same vein, for you to know that they can track you. If you say something about them, anything about them, they can track you, lock you up. But they can't track the terrorists. That is deliberate. So who are the sponsors? Who are those within their system? We have names. We have some of them. One of them is Bello Patawale, the guy that stole over 500 billion naira when he was Zamfara governor. He's the Minister of Defense in Nigeria right now. He was actually accused of having his own terror group in Zamfara. And everywhere you see all these terrorists, back in the days, you had the Boko Haram. So Boko Haram was about, we are fighting for caliphate, Nigeria to become a caliphate, Muslim, Islamic country. But when you see the Fulani terrorists and some of these recent terrorists, I don't think it is about fighting for, Allah, turning Nigeria to, it is about land grab the land, kill everybody, because under that land lies some of the precious mineral resources that prompted the entire jihad in the first place. And that's why it is the same MO. Attack a community in the middle of the night. Shoot and kill as many of them as you can. Burn down some of the properties. And when these people run away in fear, they can't come back. And then we can actually close the place down and turn it to ungoverned area. So that we can begin the mineral resource exploration, illegal mining. So you tell me, you don't need your governor or your president to go and fight them. You have all the resources. But because this seems so deliberate, for those who also know other factors, so they'll tell you that most of these communities where this is happening, right? They are communities where they are mostly Christians too. That is it is like a systemic, ethnic or tribal cleansing. At the same time, being of a Christian sort of religion they automatically put a target on your back. So what do you think people should run to? When criminal politicians will tell themselves that they are doing so well, we have done so well, Nigeria is safer now. In Benue State, from another reporter, 23 farmers and villagers were slaughtered by these Fulani terrorists in Benue State. Do you know that they have, according to their governor, Benue State in 2025 alone, the Fulani terrorists, they have killed over 117 people. Just this year, okay, this is May, in an organized terror attack that their governor came out and said it was actually because of land. 23 people, just like that. And where is Dickhead Simba of Anambra in all of this? You see, there is this sort of a style. And I think it is part of them being so lucky, right, to be in charge of that contraption. They are so lucky. Dickhead Simba, call you, would rather just not say anything. You know, since he didn't say anything, you can't quote him. You get that now? You can say, when they kill people in Borono, that's what he said. Oh, when they attack people in Imo, that's what he said. You know what I mean? The same thing. Why don't you do something? They'll just keep quiet. You mean they don't say anything, like they are murdering your people, for goodness sake. And it all seems like there's nothing anybody can do. Because to them, they are doing fine. But they are killing Nigerian soldiers like they are just ordinary. They can't even, I don't think they will kill the vigilantes like that. But Kolu and others, they won't say anything. As long as you don't say anything, nobody will hold you to it. Once they shout for a day or two, if they shout at all, they will all go back to go and look for something else to talk about. But we are talking about your own citizens. They are lucky, they are so lucky, but practically, this is not something that is this is not something that is impossible now. Is it impossible? For the people who can track anybody that says something about a rat or bat, which is, as somebody said, is Dickhead Simba of Anambra. You know, some Anambrans are so like angry with Solo Dump that they are like, DK, who is going to call him DK Simba? It's a Dickhead Simba. Apologies to children who are there, right? I've told you, right? Sometimes you should not let the children be here all the time, okay? Just by the way. Here is one of, the Northerners who have chosen to possibly just try to say the truth. I mean, this is completely out of hand. Because right now, people will say, oh, the terrorists, the killings have resumed and like it's getting kind of like, more and more escalating simply because the northern politicians lost power. This is what I'm saying. Now, if you actually really have a government, if you have a government, for example, let's say this call who is pretty much not liked, and for obvious reasons, of course, right? So if you then have people who, because they left power, they decided to now make the place ungovernable, not that the place is governable in any way, or sure you get now, but now this is you are the one there. What would be the best thing to do? To allow those people to do that? Well, there's nothing you can really? Hi. Well, listen to this, bro. He's an afar. Challenging themselves. That, see, when our own was there, what did we do? And now, what are we doing?
But you cannot just sit down watching them to do whatever they feel like doing simply because they are professionals. You cannot talk to them. Give them target. During Jonathan, we brought mercenaries. They were about to finish Boko Haram. But because of our complacency and personal aggrandizement and personal interest, we asked them to go back. And we are still battling with the issue. I was in Borno State as a member of a state House of Assembly when the mercenaries were in Borno. They were less than 30. They operate in a place like this. Everybody with a laptop before him, observing what is happening in the bush. The moment they discovered an enclave, they will be able to identify how many weapons do they have, what kind of weapons are they using, how many AK-47 do they have, how many explosives do they have. They will take only 3 or 4 people in a chopper, go and clear everything. They will snap pictures before clearing them and bring back exhibit. We are about to finish it. And because of interest, personal interest, that if we allow mercenaries to finish this thing, we are not going to get anything. How much was the bill given by the mercenaries? Even Russia is employing mercenaries to fight for them, isn't it? Are we stronger than Russia? Is there anything wrong if you can bring somebody that can fight for you? There's nothing wrong in that. So I'm sorry if people are saying that National Assembly is not doing the needful, National Assembly is not providing the enabling laws. We have provided all the enabling laws. The enforcement of such laws is not ours. If government is not ready to implement, there is no way we can compel government. The only thing we can advise government. If government refuses to do it, there is no way you can force them. Because they have the machineries for implementation. You do not have.
He's right. Because of vested interest. This is the kind of question I kind of ask myself all the time. Like, you can still steal if you want to steal. But when it comes to putting the life, even your own life or the life of your own citizens in danger in this manner, there should be some kind of like, red tape. Let's just say, once you get to this side, no, we can't, because now we can't watch that happen. They have all the resources. They got to Tucano jet because they told them that they can't use the Tucano jet in the eastern part of Nigeria. Do you know that is why their Tucano jet is parked? Can you even believe that? Can you believe that? That they only closed and why? Yeah, it was believed at the time that Bokwari's intention of harming the Nigerian army was actually not to fight terrorists or terrorism, because the Nigerian army are more in the eastern part of Nigeria looking for the IPOB, the Biafrans, right? While the terrorists are running amok all over the northern Nigeria, northeast, northwest, north central, which is the middle belt too. And at the same time, the Nigerian army is also organizing Operation Safe Corridor for them. If any terrorist is caught and he shouts, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar 3 times, they give him Quran and he hold the Quran. Says, will you do it again? It says, if he says no, that means he's forgiven. Hundreds of billions of naira is budgeted to compensate terrorists in the name of rehabilitation. So when they told them that they can't use the Tucano jets in the eastern part of Nigeria, they did use it, by the way, they used it in Olu. Was it Olu also? I think it was Olu. And also, where the Nigerian army went to drop a bomb on civilians, so not houses, so and all that, or inside village. They went there. So they have all the weapons. They have Baba, this is 2025. These terrorists will be showing video. Can you believe that? They will be showing videos of Nigerian army moving from with their own drones in Nigeria today. But Nigerian army, almighty Nigeria army, with all the trillions. Do you know what Nigerian defense budget is? In Tifnumbu's 44 trillion naira budget for 2025. Defense alone is taking more than 8 trillion naira. 16 trillion naira for defense. But the soldiers are not well paid. If they ever get paid at all, they get paid poorly. I mean, you can read all of that out there. But terrorists, they are able to track Nigerian army and their movements with their drones. Nigerian army also have drones, military drones, expensive drones that you could use to actually track this. So I'm not just talking because it is easier to talk. We are talking about a country. We are not talking about Mayegun. Mayegun can have access to massive resources like that. And that, you know, what Mayegun does with that resources, right, is what will determine whether you have such power or not, because decision matters. So is there nobody within that space to say, come on, from this space, Niger State, from Niger State down to, you know, Nasarawa, Zamfara, Plateau, Benue, Taraba, Yobe, and all of that like that, Abuja, you just draw the straight line and then you can monitor the movement. America and the rest of them are monitoring all these terrorists all over the place. You know that? You could chase all of them enough that 5,000 from the border of Niger, Benue Republic, Cameroon, Chad, all those places, 5,000 from that place, contingents coming. 5,000 from the side of, you know, from Niger to the other end, like Borno, move down and give them a mandate. Like that guy said, mandate of, we'll give you 6 months. I'm going to give you first 3 months. And the remaining 3 months is to clear the space of any remnant after, not longer than 3 months, 6 months. It can be done for the first time, but there is someone there who feels like if they try that, it is going to hurt some certain people. What about Shitty Man? The guy who said that he is going to undo security. The last time I saw him was 2 days ago. So guess where he was? He was in Imo State, invited by Hopeless Uzodimba, right, to come and say goodbye to the Imo pilgrimage going to Mecca. I think, you know, there's some of them already going to Mecca again now, right? That is where Shitty Man was.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our intending pilgrims, I bring you glad tidings from His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The President enjoins you to be worthy ambassadors of this great nation. You are going to a foreign land with cultural dissimilarities with our own. Will enjoin you to be law-abiding, to play by the rules and regulations of the Saudi authorities. And most importantly, will urge you to pray for the nation, to pray for the peace and stability and unity of this great country, to pray for the President, and to pray for our performing governor of Imo State, who is a bridge builder.
Nuisance lele. No doubt. They will tell them after, number one, after enabling terrorists, releasing them to the back door, looting the resources that could have possibly helped the soldiers, they would then turn to religion and send people to Mecca. to go and pray in Saudi Arabia, to go and pray for Nigeria, to go and pray for unity of Nigeria, to go and pray for the president of Nigeria, and shall go and pray, shall. So these rogues, right, among other things they used to sort of entice their, their shippies, is to send them to what they call the Holy Land. Send them to Holy Land to go and pray for Nigeria. And every time they go and pray at the Holy Land for Nigeria, Nigeria gets worse and worse and worse and worse. Because prayers don't fix any jack shit, right? Not when people are deliberately and intentionally actually compromising the system. So it's like you are playing God, like you want to deceive your God. That's deceitful, that's blasphemy, isn't it? So they send them abroad, go and pray in the Holy Land. Father Lord, Nigeria. Allah, Nigeria. God damn it, man. So those guys are so lucky, no doubt. They are. And yeah, talking about them being so sort of lucky. Here, there are those who believe that Nigeria, right, is completely captured. I think I am one of them. So, I should just say, I believe. And I've got evidence that the entire contraption is captured, according to Kolu and his gang. So, there are those who believe that it is time for them to save this Nigeria, or they will save Nigeria. So, those ones where they're in charge of Nigeria believes that they are saving Nigeria. They are doing like, here you get anyone who doesn't agree. These are individuals who don't love Nigeria. The emergency lovers of Nigeria, called one is a gang. I've gotten to a stage where they kind of, I'm going to believe that they do believe that all of you are just dreaming. That you want to come and take away this power from Tifnumbu. Okay. We have the obedience. We have the articulators and articulated Mughals. Then we have a one-man mopo, Kaduna Little Hitler, that is a Hell Rufire, the Kaduna Little Finger, right? Who people are now calling Minister of Coalition or Ministerial Bandits. I saw all of that today, just same way I saw the Dickhead Simba Anambra, which is Tifnumbu. So whenever you hear Dickhead Simba Anambra, that one is Tifnumbu. El Rufaya is the one they are now calling Ministerial Bandits, since they don't make a minister, or some are calling him Appointment Bandits, meaning since they don't give him appointments or they didn't make him a minister, he became a political bandit. But for me, I call him a IDP, an internally displaced politician. Of course, so he's a loner, injured, angry, sort of like dog. So it looks, or so it seems, because there are those who also believe that this whole thing is just an act, that they don't believe that if Nubu and they'll fire, with all that happened that time, they are fighting. So, anyway, we will leave conspiracy and just face what is in front of us, okay? Yeah, stuff I've been hearing. So we saw Obi in Cambridge, right? Yesterday, okay? So it was a guest where, as usual, I was to talk about the developing countries, Nigeria, and whatever the future is, and all that, democracy and other stuff, as usual. So he was there, giving his speech, as usual, and that didn't really interest some of the people I have followed their reactions, okay? That didn't really interest them. To them, why is Peter Obi with El Rufire? Here you get El Rufire. There are those who are saying in politics, there is no permanent friend. There is no permanent enemy. We are talking about the Kaduna butcher here, the Southern Kaduna butcher, the terror enabler, a man that's got no remorse for all he did to the people of a Southern Kaduna. Now people are now saying, but you don't have evidence of that. Nigeria, Stockholm syndrome strong. You go to Lagbaragon. So now, I call them strange bedfellows, Abi. Those who are talking about coalition. They have a name for everything. Coalition. These are strange bedfellows. These are people that ordinarily they won't even like stand one another. But for the sake of power and the catchphrase to save Nigeria, they have to come together. Right? So in reaction, a lot of people were just like, then the people of the Southern Kaduna, those ones are not even hiding it. Because people, when they saw this posture, right, we had people who have started making posters. So here is one theory I read. Don't take it to the bank, all right? So they said, what Obi needs is to be accepted in the North. Okay? You know, Obi is an infidel. The likes of El Rufire, a jihadist that can speak English. That is who El Rufire is. He is a terrorist, a jihadist that speaks, English. To them, there is something about allowing an infidel. An infidel is somebody who is a non-Muslim. So it's a very strong thing. Do you get that now? So they need the likes of El Rufire, right? Or people are kind of projecting El Rufire to be the bridge that will then go back to those affairs they paid in 2023 to attack and kill anybody who is going to vote against Muslim ticket, which then created voter apathy, which means most of the Christian North, they were not allowed to vote for real. We are all talking about the Ronukus of Lagos, the Lagos Abubakus. You have no idea what these Islamic terrorists actually did in northern Nigeria. But if no, here you get most of the Christian communities that are already sort of displaced, destroyed, but the few ones that have not been destroyed, they practically made them realize that they should not try to attempt to be part of it. True story. So we need to go back to them and tell them that the music has, the beat has changed, the music has changed, and infidel will now sort of like, here you get, will be the one to save them now. I don't know how they're going to put that off, right? But people are kind of projecting that. So now put this. Say Obi and Nasiru. So Obi and Nasiru, if you are an obedient watching me, be honest with me. Okay. When I say be honest, right? I'm not asking you to give me stories like the usual. I don't want to see you as a typical Nigerian. So please, the question I'm going to ask you is a very straightforward one. You don't even have to answer it if you don't want to. I'm just, if you are an obedient watching this video, right? True. Would you actually really want Peter Obi El Rufire as your presidential and vice presidential candidate in the coalition if it gets to that? I'll read the comment. Don't worry. I'll read the comment. Would you be comfortable with all you know about El Rufire? I'm not asking you to whether like him or hate him right now. No. I'm just saying he's been in political office. Here you get now. And this is a man that it's like a magic. Since the day he's been out of power in Kaduna, I don't think they've had 2 attacks in southern Kaduna. I'm not saying that it's all quiet, but yeah, it's kind of like quiet. When was the last time you heard about southern Kaduna killings? The guy behind it, suddenly, all of that just like that. Okay, I think I'm beginning to kind of finger your brain, Abby. I don't want to do that. I'm just saying, whatever you think you know about him, like, I do hope you do know him, right? Would you want to see Obi and Hell Rufire? Like, okay, capital no, fantastic. And there are those who will say yes, because to them, Tinubu must go first. So it doesn't matter. Again, it's up to you. That's not how some people are saying it, right? So this is something that was also captured from when Obi was in Cambridge, right? This was that picture, the moving picture of it. Right? Yeah, somebody said Obi can cage Rufai. Well, maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's just Rufai is Rufai. Rufai is not shitty, man. I get you. I keep telling people that. And again, you don't have to agree with me, okay? I keep telling people that if you pay attention to that your fraudulent 1999 Constitution very well, like pay attention, read it. And then you get to the part where the president, the vice president, then the power of the president. And this is not to blaspheme, all right? Nigeria president, anybody, the moment that person is answering president, is more powerful, right? In Nigeria than an American president is powerful in America. Anyone that is parading himself as president of Nigeria, doesn't matter, even if it's just going to be for 1 month or 2 months or 3 months or 1 year or 2 years. If you check that, that fake book that you call Constitution, the president of Nigeria is more powerful than God. Now, don't see that as a blasphemy, because I'm not trying to kind of compare in that manner, but I'll give you instance. You know, God is patient. You know it. You know that God is patient, is, as your believer, is patient, is merciful, he doesn't act like human, you know, he forgives and all of that. The president of Nigeria can single-handedly end your life right now, right here, just now, straight away, right now, and nothing is going to happen. Do you get what I mean? Okay, that's one person. The president of Nigeria can wipe out the entire community. Women, children, elderly, everybody, wipe everybody out. I'm talking about thousands of people. And there will be no consequences. Not a single one. American president can't try that in America. It is impossible. I don't care how we see American president and American system. If an American president order American military to enter a community in Ohio and clear them out, like Obasanjo just did in Zaki PM, as well as what's the other one again? That president will likely be arrested before evening. He won't do it. That's not going to happen. Such order may not even be like followed. But you say, okay, you are looking for some certain people, and you say, oh, you are clear this whole area. It's not possible. For a criminal in Nigeria, who is your president, can go that far with no consequences. Can do all of that today. And yeah, maybe die tomorrow, and you can use that as your consolation and say, God has killed him. God has heard. Odi, thank you very much. Odi, Zaki Biam. Obasanjo did that today. Some people are saying Obasanjo is still the best president Nigeria ever have since 1999. Are you not saying that? Obasanjo, Mr. Nigeria, slaughtered over 1,000, over 4,000 people in Zaki Biamo, in, what do you call it, in Odio. And tomorrow is the other statement going about. Obasanjo, Papa Obasanjo is behind. Papa Obasanjo is. So yeah, I mean, possibly agree with you that, yeah, Peter Obi, once he becomes your president, who is Hell Rufire, well, maybe. or maybe not. I remember the fresh one in our memory is that of the shitty man. You know, look at shitty man today. The same guy who called Oshubade, Pastor Ruga, got him ice cream. He said he should go and start selling ice cream. Nice men don't do politics. That's shitty man today. And shitty man that they fly to Imo State to go and say bye-bye to the people going to Mecca. Is that a busy person? Why Borno State is boiling? He can't even talk about it. They can't even talk about it. They don't even bother where to complain in secret. I mean, in closed door. To give that now. So I kind of agree. That's how much power they can wield, no doubt, right? But we'll leave that one for now. And yeah, there's hang on. Talking about El Rufire, by the way. So the last time El Rufire had to weigh in on Obi, even though maybe that is also the reason why he possibly has swallowed whatever he said in this video. Because he was so confident here. This was before 2023. Now, after 2023, that Peter Obi is now the toast of all of them.
Peter Obi win any election. Peter Obi is polling 1% in Sokoto, 2% in Katsina, 5% in Kano. That's where the votes are. All states are not equal. The fact that you are doing 70% in Anambra State does not mean somebody doing 10% in Kano is not better than you. Kano is 4 million votes that actually happen. Anambra is what? The number of votes in Anambra is the size of one local government in Kaduna State. So all states are not equal. If you poll states and you make them equal, yes, Peter Obi will sweep the southeastern states. He will do well in South-South. Where else? He's not polling well in Southwest, other than a drop in the ocean in Lagos. He is polling in the Christian enclaves in the north. He's polling well, but how many are they? How many? Peter Obi cannot win the election. He doesn't have the number of states. He doesn't have 25% in more than, the last time we checked, in more than 16 states. He can't go anywhere. Peter Obi is a Nollywood actor, and that's all he will be. This election is between the APC and the PDP because they have the footprint, they have the spread. Ethnicity and religious bigotry will not take you anywhere. And that's what the Labour Party campaign is about.
That is the Olori Buruku that actually kicked off, calling Peter Obi as the person who is using tribal and religious sentiments. Do you know how they twisted that? I'll tell you. When this mofo brought the idea of Muslim ticket to call you accepted. So how were they going to sell it to Nigerians? Very simple. Because they knew what your reactions would be. Muslim ticket. What about Christians? What kind of a thing is this? So what we're going to do is that we're going to attack anybody, right, that condemns the idea of Muslim ticket. Just attack them and say they are anti-Islam. That this is not about Islam. It's not about Muslim or what have you. You know that he confessed later. I'm telling you a true story. He confessed later. He said, we lied to Nigerians that this was not about religion, but it was about religion. Or guess what? It worked. It almost worked. Because you see this tribal, ethnic bigotry that you are seeing at this level today. The person that actually kicked it, she was like, the Ronukus are bigots anyway, right? So it's like, oh, what's it been got they just went for it. So rather than if you dare say something about Muslim ticket like this, yeah, now you they go enter. My friend, which you concern Muslim for all of this? What is the Muslim? What concerns the Muslim with APC? Is it not just APC that are just doing their own thing? Why are you trying to talk like that about Islam? Why are you hating Islam? Why are you? So suddenly, like magic, ethnicity, tribalism, and religion, join them together. You have your audience, Nigerians. So right there, you see some people, they are saying, Well, me, even I didn't want to vote for Muslim ticket before. Or when I saw all these things that all these people are saying about Muslim, I'm going to vote for Muslim ticket. Because I'm a Muslim. I can't let anybody be insulting my religion like that. I will vote for anything economy or policies or concern them. Religion, I'm going to defend my religion. See, all these things since Tifnumbu is the candidate, all these guys have been abusing Yoruba. They have been abusing Yoruba. Me, I don't like APC. Me, I don't support Tifnumbu. But because all these people are abusing Yoruba, because of Tifnumbu, I'm going to vote for Tifnumbu. It worked. It did work. Because we are not done with it yet. That is the kind of tone they are using in northern Nigeria. How is he going to do it? He's asking the Christians not to vote. He's asking them not to support Muslim tickets. Can you imagine? How can he be telling Christians not to vote for, meanwhile they are telling Muslims not to vote for infidels? Openly. So today, he's talking to that infidel. He's talking to that Nollywood actor. Now, the Nollywood actor is going to be needed to balance whatever they think they are permitting. Is God not wonderful? Here was him talking about, if you don't steal, your wife, your children won't steal. Obi at the Cambridge.
One of us who have been in office here, there's nothing called a list capture. You have to capture yourself first. If you're not part of it, you can dismantle it. Because it's like people telling you you can't fight corruption. I disagree. If you are not stealing, your wife, I make emphasis, not stealing, your children are not stealing, you reduce it by 50%. I have served as a governor. If you are not stealing, because for people to steal, you have to be stealing first. Because you have to approve what they'll steal. So if your own is included, everybody will add his own. But if your own is not there, everybody will be scared to put that. The same thing goes with the elite capture. If people see you doing the right thing, there's no way they will support you. There's no way, because you could see it. You could even see the gaps that are there and everything. In a country like Nigeria, which I used to be, I'm talking about Africa, we have all the potentials to be a great nation. So nobody can tell you that, oh, Nigeria is hungry. No, you can't say that. Because we have all it takes to pull ourselves out of there. Nigeria doesn't have this, we have all it takes. So the elite captures that if you don't, you yourself have to say, listen, this is where we're going, this is what we want to achieve. And when people see you going the right path, they will. I've been in office where initially people didn't understand what I was doing. And I was impeached. I was removed from office to while. But the moment people knew what I was doing, they agreed with me. That's why I always say to people when they said, why were you impeached initially? I said, well, listen, at times you become a driver, driving passengers who have since passed their destination. They didn't know where you're going, but you're going to a better destination. Well, because they passed that destination, they pushed me out of the car. But the moment they knew that I was going to a better place, they followed me. One of us who have been in.
Anyway, that was him at that, question and answer after, I think that was after the events. Then they had this question and answer, what have you. Now in Lagos, to those of you who have been following the development in Lagos, okay? Before now, right? One of the things that people love to refer to about Tifnumbu, right? Fighting to keep Lagos for himself and all that stuff, starting from when Obasanjo seized the Lagos State local government allocation, simply because Tifnumbu created 37 LCDA, local council development areas, apart from the 20 recognized by the Constitution. So Obasanjo said it was illegal. Despite the effort of Tifnubu and his team at the time to say we would share this money among these new SCDAs, you don't have to give them any fresh allocation. Obasanjo and Lagos State went to court. Lagos took Obasanjo to court. And then the court ruled that Obasanjo didn't have any right to withhold the Lagos State local government allocation. Yeah, the Constitution does not recognize these 37 LCDAs. Tifnubu said he created them for development. And somehow he told his followers then that sooner or later, there will be an amendment whereby these 37 SCDAs in Lagos will be added to the 774 local government areas in Nigeria. I remember that. So to them, until that time, Lagos can fund its own programs, its own projects, and what have you. So they left the SCDA on after the Supreme Court judgment in 2003 or 2004. Now, fast forward to today, Tifnubu is the president of Nigeria. He's been there. In another few days, Tifnubu would have been in charge of Nigeria for 2 years. And do you know something? Apart from the lies that they keep spreading through their dummies and zombies and all that, Tifnubu is actually yet to write anything. For example, like a bill to the National Assembly for the restructuring of Nigeria, something they became famous for, something they used this APC to campaign for as well. He hasn't done anything like that. Oh, leave that restructuring. Lagos. There's no single bill to amend the Constitution of Nigeria to say, oh, local government creation. And those who have created their CDAs here and there, get them all inculcated and add them to the local government you are. Because without adding them to the Constitution as it is, right, they will remain illegal. I'm just pointing that out, okay? But today, it has been announced, right, that they will be conducting local government elections into the 20 local government areas in Lagos State next month and the 37 LCDAs. So because of this, most of those who are party members managing hanging on there as APC members, especially in Lagos State, right? It's not because there is anything real for them, but they have been on the queues like turn by turn. So maybe it will be their own turn too soon to be compensated for being loyal party members. So those who have aspiration, those who wanted to become local government administrators in their own political parties were told to go and purchase forms. And then the real behind the scene politics also kicked in. Then today, or starting from yesterday, so the APC leaders including the deputy governor, they called for their primaries around the Ikeja. Rather than people to go in there and vote for their own preferred aspirant to become candidates. Another list came and said, no, they shouldn't bother. This is how it's going to be. So they told them that these are the names. All you have to do is just all of you just go and line up behind these names. What happened to others? No, they are not approved to participate. And that seems to have created some little ruckus here, in Lagos. I'll take you there to how it all began.
Thank you very much. APC, let's do it well. We are the best in the country. Let's do it well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. As the Excellency and the party chairman leave us and hand over the process to the steering committee. I believe and I know accreditation has been done and well done. So we need not use time going through that process again. So what I'm just going to do now is to announce to you how we're going to go about the business of the day. The agenda we are starting with accreditation of delegates, aspirants, and or their agents. That, I believe, we seem to have successfully done in the last couple of hours. We then proceed now to how we will go about the process. Like it's been mentioned to you, some local governments seem to have done their business at home. So we will take them first, so that we dispense with them and they can depart. Then, I do know that we had announced the stakeholders meeting a couple of days ago. We have also met with the LGA chairman. We have met with the aspirants. We have also met with the heads of government at that level. And we have announced that those who may wish to withdraw from the race are at liberty to do so. We have quite a number of notices of withdrawal. I was going to read them out, but I understand there are so many. And you might be, start reading the list, you might not live here in time. And we are conscious of time and the distance some have to cover. So the process shall be as follows. We will first deal with those local governments whose candidates have been agreed. We will call them out, the delegates, and we will ask them to affirm if what they submitted to us is their wish. After they do so, they may depart for home, as they have no business being here any further. We are also conscious of the fact that some are from quite a distance and they want to.
So despite all of that reading, I am happy to tell you that none of those instructions was followed, because those were just for camera. After all of that reading, right, then the vote was supposed to follow, and the delegates were supposed to start choosing their own. That was when the abracadabra took place. The reactions that followed is coming from those who believe that they have been shortchanged by their leaders. Because the leaders have to, majority of their leaders have to present their children. Some have to present their own, just a member of their family, not directed children, right? Like the deputy governor, he ensured that his own sibling is the local government chairman candidate for his own local government area in, I think, Ikeja. Excuse me. Adishaya Ogunlewe. Princess, is that not Korodu? So they said K2 is sharing. Is there something called K2 is sharing now? Because they said they have divided all those places. Agboyi K2, Shina K2 is sharing is called anyway. So they shall have shared it among themselves and their members. They feel shortchanged. And the drama started with this one.
See, they are stealing our ballot paper.
Which is going to be for another person. Today can be your own. Tomorrow can be for another person. Whatever you are doing today, do it well and wisely, and for the sake of God, and for the sake that you are claiming that you are a loyal person to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We are here. All of us were part of the election in 2023 when Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu lost Lagos State to Labour Party. This is they have started another one now. If care is not taken, we still lose Lagos State for Labour again because of this their practice. This practice is not fair. It's injustice to one and it's an injustice to all. So the party should just take Cornelius or Jalabi, the party chairman, should just not be there because of money. He should be there for the fair and just of the people. We are the local. There's no third-time agenda in the local election. If they want to do it, we agree, we let them for God. But we are going to use our tongue to say what we don't want in 2027. God bless you. Thank you, Nigerians.
Our leader, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we say kudos to all the efforts in the country. Here in Yaba, LGA, we are facing some challenges of which we believe you as our father, you can help us to rectify. Currently, as the electioneering is going on, politicking, we people of Yaba, LGA, we have been imposed on with by a person, Honorable Bayo Adefuye. We all know he is not a resident or indigene of Yaba. He is from Shomolu. So we don't want an outsider to come and lead us. And we believe in you as a father, and you can always help us in maintaining justice. We want an indigene of Yaba. Both the vice and the chairman being imposed on us. The vice is a weak man. While the chairman imposed on us is not a resident of this person. Both offices will need changes, and we expect and we believe in you as our father who believe in justice. The person we want is a grassroots politician who can always mobilize, and also that we assist our 2027 presidential election. We believe in you. May God help you, sir.
Okay, and I'm representing the students of Yaba, which consists University of Lagos, FCE, FCT, and Yaba Tech. So we want to say we want Allah Shehu. Is our man, is from the grassroots, and he's going to represent us well. We want to endeavor to please speak to our mandate, to please give us our mandate and let Allah Shehu win, because he's the man of our dream, and students are in support of him. Thank you very much.
Hey, Monsieur, so Yaba LGA, local government. Yeah, but do you ask me to do my phone? Ndemi jo wo mi jo ro mi ni na mi marike eze mede for sofide for bodo adukana mi bro mi dey buy Yaba si your pore dey buy LCD re wo mi duro eye mi duro lo ko e ma se mede for Somolu my o Bariga o Badabi to wa buy Ghana mi no me dey buy me ti do fire dey to Yaba LCD wo mi duro ejo mo ki olola julo Bola Ahmed Jagaban for Nigeria. A fi àsìkò yìí pé fún nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Yaba mainland wa pé àwọn DS tó wà níbi báyìí nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ ni wọ́n ń gbélé wa lórí. Àwa ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ ní 8 years ago nìyẹn tó wà wọ́n post lé wa lórí. A accept mọ́ ó tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí náà sìn ẹni tí ó gbé Ṣómólú ẹni tí ó gbé Yaba tó yẹ pé Ṣómólú ló ń gbé wọn lọ gbé wa kó wá jẹ chairman Yaba. A fẹ́ o òjò tí ò bá wa ṣòṣèlú Yaba tó jẹ́ pé London ló ń gbé ọ lọ gbé wa kó wá jẹ vice àti chairman àti vice tó fún wa ní Yaba. Àfẹ́ ẹni tá fẹ́ tó jẹ́ kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ilẹ̀ grass òun ni ọ̀nà ìṣó ìṣọ̀lá òun la fẹ́ òun la dẹ̀ fẹ́ ní gbogbo Yaba.
APC adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ rẹ bàbá wa Bọ́lá Tinubu Ahmed Tinubu
èmi Gabriel ọlá ní yìí ọlá ní Yaba LCDA ló sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí ṣéwù làwa mọ̀ ọ́ ṣéwù la mọ̀ ṣéwù ló ṣe takuntakun ó dẹ̀ ti tó àkókò tiẹ̀ náà ló tó yìí ẹjọ́ ẹ bá wa gbé fún ẹni tó lè tọ́jú àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù nìyẹn ẹni tó lè gbọ́ àwòrán àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù nìyẹn ẹni tí a lè rí bá sọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn àfẹ́ Adéfúyè láti ṣóbólú lórí wa o àti ẹ̀fẹ́ rárá àdẹ̀fójò ṣéwù la fẹ́ ṣéwù Ìṣọ̀lá la fẹ́ torí pé kí ni ẹni táwa mọ̀ nìyẹn tó dẹ̀ kárí gbogbo wa lọ́rùn tí ó lè disappoint wa pé tá a bá rí àfojújọ wa.
They will give you shehu, don't worry. It's not just from the people of Yaba. So they felt so cheated. And they are now saying that what you saw in 2023 is going to be a child's play. Their implosion is near. Don't take them too serious. So here you get. There are more from other parts. I don't think it is just a Shomodu, Bariga, Yaba, Akoka, all those areas. No, I don't think that's just that. The APC leadership, they have done them that thing in this area too.
This is a fraud, complete fraud. This is a fraud. That's one candidate. We have 24 candidates. This is a blatant fraud. This is a fraud. This is a blatant fraud.
Well, my name is Malam Kabir Abdullah. I'm from Etiosa local government, and I am the agent representing Wasiu Yekini Babatunde, who is an aspirant for Etiosa local government. Today we came here, but unfortunately, what we saw wasn't what we expected. At the first place, when we came here, they said the agents are not allowed to be in the room where the delegates will vote. That's the first flaw in the election. Secondly, after the whole thing, the whole election has been concluded, at the end of the day, they brought out the votes and they said, well, the votes will be counted and everything will be credible. But unfortunately, what we saw was a daylight robbery. What we saw was a shame. Was a shame to our party, because at the end of the day, how can an aspirant that has over 15 delegates, then when the counting was going on, you now tell me that another aspirant scored 19, one other aspirant scored 1, one other aspirant scored 1, and our aspirant, who the majority delegates voted for, didn't score anything. Well, I am very sure this thing will not go well for the party. And we are calling on our presidents, we are calling on our chairman, we are calling on the party leaders to look into this thing. That was what they did. That was what they did. That we lost the 2023 election. As we speak, Etiosa local government lost. As we speak, Etiosa local government in the 2023 election lost to Labour Party. And if we are not careful, this will happen again, just because of the greed and selfishness of our leaders, and they have done this again. This is imposition, and this is not election. And at the end of the day, we are not going to accept it. So the leaders should look into it, and at the end of the day, our mandate should be given back to our aspirant, Wasiu Yekini Babatunde. Thank you very much.
17, 18, 19, 20.
Please, what is your name and your local government? And please tell us who you voted for.
My names are Lawandi Abubakar, delegates. I voted Wasiu Akishemoni as a delegate for Etiosa local government chairman.
Thank you very much.
My position in LGA is the welfare officer.
Thank you very much. Sir, please, your name, your local government, and who you voted for.
Is Mr. I voted for Wasi.
Thank you very much.
I'm LGA officer.
Thank you very much, sir. Your name and your position, sir.
My name is Honorable
Who did you vote for, sir?
I voted for Wasi.
Thank you very much, sir.
My name is Akim Mustafa. I voted for Wasi.
My name is Wasi
and your position, please.
My name is Wasi Owolabi. I'm the PRO of Etiosa Local Government APC Secretariat. I voted for Wasi and my vote did not count. Yes. Thank you.
My name is Rashid Kokoro. I'm the Assistant Secretary of LGA APC Etiosa Local Government. I voted for Honorable Wasi Yekini, which my vote did not count.
My name is James Aderumi. I voted for Wasi. I am SFisho 1. And my name is
Bello Abatunde. I voted for Wasi at the Sakishimori, but my vote is not count.
My name is Maja Abidi, the Financial Secretary to the LGA. So I voted for Wasi Yekini, but my vote is not count.
My name is Murita Lakile, Assistant Youth Leader LGA, Etiosa Local Government. I am delegate to Wasi Babatunde, and then my vote is not count.
My name is Adam Simoru, Assistant Financial Secretary, Etiosa LGA. I voted for Wasi Yekini, and then my vote is not count.
My name is Oluguna Alabi. I'm Treasurer LGA Etiosa. I voted for Wasi Yekini, and my vote did not count.
This is Alhaji Shamsuddin Koto, the Secretary Etiosa. I voted Wasi Yekini. This vote did not count. Something is wrong. Something is wrong.
This place, we are not going to allow anybody to vote for somebody here. We are going to send you out. We are going to send you out of this place. We are for Sowolu, and that's what our leader Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu said. The party, that is the APC. Yes. We have hierarchy and we have leadership. Yes. We have.
That's exactly what played out. So the APC Egbekebe members who also know that it has always been their mode of operation. Yeah. But they are all making videos now to say, they are imposing on us. You know. So there is a friend of mine, right? You know, whose friend was also running to be one of these guys in APC in Lagos. So he's giving him some money. Their posters paid this guy, bribe down and all of that stuff, but they couldn't really meet up, okay. So they now give them the time that, oh yeah, we're going to have the primaries on yesterday, right? Then the whole thing started changing, right? That my friend's friend couldn't make it. And what happened? My friend has another friend. It's like they are like two friends. So one of them wants to be chairman too. Then another friend, right, who is also very close. And you see, this is my friend, right? His own dad is also one of the leaders of the APC, like, correct. Die minutes. It was like, he had his candidate, by the way, right? He had his candidate, and that happened to be his own son. So he told one of the friends of my friend to go on and work for his son. But that one was like, nah. Started working for that, my friend's friend, the other friend. So as of 2 days ago, it became obvious that the elders have decided in APC, right? And it is going to be my friend's brother that will now have to take the slot given to his father. And how did he get that? They say it was rats who pulled that off. So you get like, and that's exactly what played out in so many people's cases. There were those who actually brought delegates. You know what I mean? Like you have been paying all these guys. Those ones that are saying, I am the ex-officio one, I am the treasurer, I am the secretary, Tiosa. All those people that are shouting Wasiu, Wasiu, Wasiu. If you know how much Wasiu, don't give them. So when they now made the announcement yesterday, right? I mean, sorry, today, you know what happened? You know, I said I have my friend has two friends, okay? So one of them was supposed to be working for my friend's brother, but he was working for another friend. So once they dropped that one, he quickly called my friend while he was with his dad. And the dad was like, you that was supposed to be my son, I sent you to go and work for so and so. You went behind me to start working for that, for those guys. So now they are all going to be protesting that they were cheated. And I was like, no, daddy, we might not deceive our money. And you know what's out. Like between that space, the reason why I'm sharing that with you is because you see those ones you saw on camera by this evening. Some of them are going to say they didn't see all of that on camera. And if they are saying, but you went there, you rejected the leaders, you went on social media, they have your video where you said you voted for Wasiu. No, they forced us to say that to me, Wasiu. Okay, if I voted for Wasiu, okay, where's my vote? I said, but Wasiu scores 0. Because we voted for who you said we should vote for Esa. Me, Wasiu. That is actually how their politics play out in that place. You know. So I do have a few other things to share with us, but I also have a guest. Princess Balogu is with us on this program this evening. Okay, so she is going to join us with another guest. In fact, it seems to have a full house on Mayegun's Diary Political tonight, where we have Ayomide. Ayomide is the 19-year-old mother of twins. Give me a second. Coming on. Let me see if I. So Ayomide is that younger woman who had twins, and in this Tinubu, Nigeria, right? So the father of the children, father of this newborn, was said to have actually like absconded, and since then it's been them, and it's been a mom, and then a nurse who happened to be the friend that, in fact, recommended them to the hospital that saved their life. Right? So in the last 1 week, when the Yoruba Union picked up this story, right? I believe that we have now taken it up as our responsibility, and they have brought that to you tonight on Mayegun's Diary Political. So please welcome Princess Balogu, our own princess, of course. Princess Bawodi. Sorry, I need to unmute you. I'll do it. Let's see if okay, you need to do it yourself. Sorry. You can unmute yourself, please.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
To be here.
It's good to have you, Princess.
I'm so happy to be here too.
Great. So, Princess, a quick one. Sorry, hang on. I should start it this way. Why are you here, Princess?
I am here because I stumbled upon a story around a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago. You know, Ahmed is a media person. He came home. You know, he came to Lagos to do something. Still staying with me at the moment, and he was like, "Princess, I saw something like this. I think you should throw it open to Yoruba Union, and I think they should be able to take it up. She's a Yoruba person, and she's one of us, and she's going through so and so. And we took it upon ourselves. We talked about it at the meeting. And when we did, right there at the meeting, money was raised.
I know.
Because our story was a very sympathetic one, you know. And knowing Yoruba Union to be very empathic, and we are for her people, you know, we took it upon ourselves. I was sent over there. I went there. She was owing some hospital bills. Yoruba Union was able to pay part of it. And when I got there and I checked, you know, I checked. She was operated on. She had a C-section, and when I got there, some part of the C-section, you know, some part of the wound had opened. I was practically seeing her intestine, you know. I was seeing the inner part of her body, not the intestine though, but I was seeing the inner part of her body, and I was just like, what is this? It has this grayish infection kind of thing there. So we had to rush her back to the hospital. They took her in, they started treatment with her, treatment for her, and we were able to get food for the, you know, formula for the children. And we got mattress for them. We got...
Yeah, we will even get to that. What you have been trying to do, or what you have done, and then what you intend to do as well. Okay. So I understand that the Yoruba Union, which I am the convener, and then with other leaders, have taken it upon themselves, like something like this. Yoruba Union currently have children adopted who are currently in school, right?
Yes, we have. We do. We have about 5 of them. We have one in Ogun State. We have State. We have another 3 at Oyo State. Yes. Right. Mrs. Busari is taking care of 2 of them. The union, you know, the union, we adopted 6 of them. Yeah, at the moment, yes, 6.
Okay, good. Because you see, lately we have
2 at Kwara. I think 8. We have 2 at Kwara too. Ahmed just reminded me.
So making it 8 children under the care of Yoruba Union.
Yes.
Because I understand that there are other members who adopted, you know, children and all that, you know, being taken care of every month. And okay. So we have Ayomide. Did I get that right? Ayomide, Abi?
Yes, Ayomide. Ayomide is right here at my place here.
Her name, right?
Yes, that's her name.
So I think Ahmed is also trying to join us. So Ahmed, if you want to join us, you can't be in the same room with Princess. You have to be in another room. Okay? So if you want to join the broadcast with Ayomide, so she had twins 2 weeks ago. Is that right?
Yeah. About 3 weeks ago now.
3 weeks. Right. So you know what? One thing is this, right? I want to see Ayomide. I have not had the chance of speaking, speaking with her, but this will be my own opportunity, I would say. So, Ahmed. So you can also Ahmed should be in another room so that the echo can stop. That's why you're having that echo. So tell him that.
Maybe you should take. Oh yeah,
so
go
you
to the children's room. I think.
Yeah, it's room. There. Or you just sit next to Princess. Anyway, so to our viewers, Princess, we are here to tell us about Ayomide. We are here to meet her as well, and our children. Are the children there? Are the twins there tonight as well?
Yeah, they are here. I have one of them here.
Oh, I see.
Have them here.
I see. That's beautiful. So, what would
yeah, here. Hello.
Anyway, just mama. So, got a machine saying people ma Ayomide, how are you? You may need to unmute Ahmed.
Ahmed.
Fix this name. I'm having 2 Ahmeds. Oh, Princess, you may. Anyway,
I'm actually using Ahmed's other phone.
Eh?
Phone Ahmed
Okay.
So phone meeting no.
Oh, I see. So, can you hear me? Ayomide Shongbomi, Sholi Soro. For some reason, I don't.
Mr. Lukman, as of now, Ahmed, many for mute phone here, for editing microphone here.
Yes.
Is that on? So I don't know. Boy, network me. I don't know. So why you come up a lot of them business? We don't really have to
Hello?
have.
Oh yeah,
Hello, my.
yeah.
So-
Oh yeah, reporting something.
Ahmed.
Hello, Maegun. Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay, talk. Sit down and talk. Oh yeah, these are midday.
Ayọ̀mídé báwo ni ṣé ò ń gbọ́ mi?
Àlàáfíà ni sà.
Good. So ti ń gbọ́ mi clearly báyìí àbí? Jẹ́ kí n gbójú mi sí dáadáa. Ṣé o rójú mi báyìí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà.
Right, èmi ló ń pè ní Máyégún o. I don't know bóyá o ti sọ fún ẹ, right? Bí ṣe wọ́n ti sọ fún ẹ, ṣé o mọ why tó ṣe wà níbí for this evening, right? Their network in the window, so.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà.
Only bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà o.
Sọ fún mi.
Okay.
Network.
So was right.
Kó máa bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ mi.
The network is bad here.
Their network in or.
Jókòó báyìí.
Okay. So much better. I bet I'm going. Yeah, ẹ jẹ́ kí mo ti rójú ẹ̀ dáadáa sí mo kàn fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn mi rójú ẹ̀ dáadáa ni. So Ayọ̀mídé ṣó ń gbọ́ mi báyìí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà.
Ò ń gbọ́ mi? Good. Báwo lára?
Àlàáfíà ni sà.
Good. Now, a gbọ́ story ẹ̀. Because mo gbọ́ pé wọ́n ní pé initially, right, nígbà tí kíní yìí ṣẹlẹ̀, ẹ lọ sórí Facebook, right?
No, I lọ sórí Facebook.
No. All reported. Okay. Oh yeah, Ahmed wà ní láti explain.
Right.
Though one lost on Facebook, it was being reported on Sahara Reporter, and that is where we pick it from.
Oh, that's the origin, Abi, because initially I heard that they were trying to do a fundraiser for them on Facebook, especially when the hospital bill was around 700,000, but Facebook shut it down. Is that right?
No. Only Sahara Reporter.
Okay. Now, Ahmed, I want to sorrow a few times. So, yes. Ayọ̀mídé sọ̀rọ̀ ni mo fẹ́ kí Ayọ̀mídé kó ṣé you get. So I want to ask her a few questions without delaying her too much or TNC because it's already almost late, right?
All right.
So mo fẹ́ one-on-one Ayọ̀mídé before we then go ahead. So yeah. Báwo ni ìyá àbèjì?
Yes.
So báwo ni ara ń sìn yín, by the way?
Àlàáfíà ni sà.
Would you feel better for real, yeah?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà.
Good. Now, mi ò need láti go too much into the prior anymore. So because of our time, not TNC. Or Ayọ̀mídé, right? Now ó ti dìyà ọmọ báyìí and good enough for láwọn tó lè bẹ̀ tọ́jú ọmọ around and the rest of that, right? So before now, okay, because February lawyer from me, what is up for me, but I want you to say it to me and say it to everybody to listen here, right? So you tell me, kí ni àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣe before o tó di pé o lóyún and then o baby tó dé and the rest of that to be stop. Kí ni àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣe?
Mo kọ́ṣẹ́ tailor and mo wá sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ so mo ṣe ní restaurant.
So o kọ́ṣẹ́ tailor níbo?
Village.
Ibo ni village ẹ? Village yìí?
Ọ̀ṣun State.
Ọ̀ṣun ṣe village níbo lọ́ṣun?
Ìkirè Ọ̀ṣun State.
Àti Ìkirè. So Ìkirè ló ti ń kọ́ iṣẹ́ tailor already kó tó lọ sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àbí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà.
Ṣé báwo ló ti iṣẹ́ sílẹ̀ kó tó di pé ṣé àtìgbà tó ti wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ o ṣẹ́ ní ti tó jọmọ́ ṣe tailor àtọ́?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà, mo ṣẹ́ ní ti tó jọmọ́ ṣe tailor.
How many years ló ti wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ sí?
3 years.
That means pé o kúrò ní Ìkirun when you were just about 16, àbí?
Yes.
Right. So presently, mọ́mí ẹ sọ pé àwọn láti wá mú ẹ kúrò níbi kan tó wà fi wà lọ́dọ̀ àwọn sìn yẹn ni. ṣé ìgbà tó lóyún ni wọ́n lọ́wọ́ mú ẹ níbẹ̀ ni or just after tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbé pẹ̀lú mọ́mì.
Ìgbà tí mo lóyún ni wọ́n á mú mi kúrò níbẹ̀ sí.
Àti ìgbà yẹn ni mọ́mì sì ti ń tọ́jú àbí tó fi bímọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sí.
Right. Okay. So part of nǹkan tí àwa lè ṣe, right? Because nǹkan méjì ni ó ti yẹn ń sìn. Sórí ibi tó wà yìí ni à ń pè ní Mayegun's Diary Political. Ó ti yẹ. Ìṣúra àwọn tó wà pẹ̀lú yẹn, àwọn ni wọ́n ń pè ní Yorùbá Union, méjì ni. Sórí àwọn yẹn, right? They help all vulnerable people. So yẹn ń sìn, ọmọdé ni àgbàlagbà ni o, it doesn't matter. Tó bá ti jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá, yẹn ń sìn. To back come across you can always offer any help. But if what you could do, only share much, you bring it onto Mayegun's Diary Political, where we can actually have other people. They are outside the circle of the organization, not here, and they can help. So that Ari and one more this story come up. At least nobody to actually come across such a story to me. And I am happy. So I asked them, what would you like to do? I mean, you get, you still have to have your life. You are still so young that you can still have so much. Like you still have so much ahead of you. So you can get back, you can put together the pieces of your life and then get back on track. As you are growing, your children are also growing. So ìdí nìyẹn tó fi wà níbí, right? So wọ́n sọ pé o mind láti padà lọ kọ́tí lọ yẹn. Is that right?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir.
Now, this other question tí mo fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ is also personal, okay? And it's just going to help us. That's how can we help? Do you understand? So, wọ́n fẹ́ padà sí ẹnu iṣẹ́ tí lọ yẹn, right? Where would you prefer? Ṣé kò padà sí Ìkìrun? Lọ complete the training ẹ̀. Or can sign a hop by the training. Which one to my fair prefer?
There was breaking transmission, yeah. So many that took in here, so my ego because they go bo.
So Ayomide, the question to be saying as a union and as a people, TNC. So would you prefer láti padà sí Ìkìrun tó bá máa padà sí Ìkìrun sí wàtà àwọn ọmọ yẹn ní báyìí, right? Láti lọ complete training ẹ̀ ọ̀kan kí union sign ẹ̀ up pẹ̀lú another.
Mo padà sí Ìkìrun.
Okay, fẹ́ dúró sí Èkó àbí? Yeah?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir.
Good. Oh, now few taba from what I have been told, right? Àti take ọ̀rọ̀ hospital yẹn dé level kan àbí?
Benson.
And then welfare, in the last a few days, to give, right? So
Benson.
Good. So what I'm going to do next, just so you know, everybody to Ayomide, right?
Benson.
Our platform, you raise your wolf. Do you understand? Now, tó bá raise owó yẹn fún ẹ, wọ́n ní kó gbogbo owó yẹn lé ẹ lọ́wọ́ báyìí o. That's why tí mo ṣe ń béèrè àwọn questions tí mo ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹlẹ́ǹkan yẹn, because from our own experience, right? Rán àwọn owó báyìí wọ́n máa ń pè bóyá bí, I don't know, ṣé ẹ lè pè ní princess, ṣé máa ń pè ní oore òjijì àbí owó òjijì? We have had people who have had such money from them, and rather than the money being blessing, right. So Ayomide is, she's a young woman, and then with prospect as well. She gets insane. So my own kind of suggestion then would be, as we are adopting Ayomide's children, we are also adopting you to Ayomide. Do you understand? So you too much say a máa fún wa tí àwọn ọmọ ẹ ní ìrànlọ́wọ́ tí a bá lè package fún ẹ ní oṣooṣù, while at the same time a gbé ẹ padà lọ sí anywhere tó bá ti lè complete training yẹn lè complete so máa mú ẹ lọ sí bank ṣùgbọ́n so any owó tí wọ́n bá gbàjọ fún ẹ wọ́n máa open account fún lórúkọ ẹ ṣùgbọ́n nsìn so èyí tó lè fọwọ́ kan máa wà ń bẹ̀ èyí tó lè fọwọ́ kan máa wà ń bẹ̀ ìyẹn wà fún pé tó bá ṣe graduation training you can still have something tí you para ọtí ẹ̀ sìn bá rárin iṣẹ́ ní ọ̀rọ̀ agbára ó get nsìn so túmọ̀ sí union will kind of be your go-to nsìn ṣùgbọ́n so báwo ló ṣe feel.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir.
Oh, all right. So mama ńkọ́ mo mọ̀ pé mọ́mí ẹ náà wà ń bẹ̀.
No.
Wọ́n sí.
Yeah, tẹ̀lé wa. Tẹ̀lé wa. The nurse came with her, you know. Nurse wọ́n wà ń bí báyìí, nurse tó mú lọ sí hospital. Àwọn wà ń bí, àwọn ló lè explain dáadáa. Òun kàn ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sir, yes sir, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sir, because I think she's a bit traumatized, you know, and she is very new to this. It is not something to lè handle by and she's not really better. So, majority of the things, so she does not really understand herself. These are the children, the nurses here. The nurse actually took her to the. So,
what happened?
Àwọn nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn, nurse máa lè explain under 2-3 minutes. Wọ́n á lè sọ bóyá ṣẹlẹ̀. Báwọn kan ṣe lọ approach wọn pé wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́ wá ta àwọn ọmọ fáwọn and all. So I'm going to put the nurse through to you now.
Right.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Bawoni.
Fine, sir.
So thank you so much. I've heard about yourself as well, all right? And I have to personally say thank you to you. And I'm glad you could make it tonight as well, ma'am, okay? Yes, so your main story is very touching. And I don't think anybody will hear a story and somehow like not want to say, oh my God, what can we do? Yeah. And I am glad that this union is taking that up. And tonight we are going to, so I've heard a lot of how this happened, but I have been told that you are in the best position to probably give us a proper picture of
yes, sir.
What happened. Yeah. So please,
okay,
if you don't.
The issue, what happened there is that something around February, March, she just came to me as a nurse. So I asked her, where are you using as an antenatal before? She said she was not using anywhere before. So I started taking care of her. So I told him to go and do some tests. They cannot be able to afford to do the tests because they didn't have any money. So because I asked them to go and do blood tests so that I know the level of blood has to be tapped before I can take the delivery. So they cannot be able to afford to do the test. So on April, she forced to labor. So she even wanted to give birth to the baby on her own, but she cannot. I took her to my doctor. When we got to the hospital, the doctor do some tests. Her PCV was just 10%. So just to cut the story short, they operated her. We have not paid anything, but what I noticed that they don't even have anything to do because where they are, I'm the one taking care of her from the pregnant before she gave birth.
So I also heard that the two was very good to her as well, despite all of that comings. They kept, kind of like save her, save the children, in which they succeeded. So then when Yoruba Union came to kind of intercede as well, so you took them to the doctors. I was told that you also kind of renegotiated the entire bill enough that the hospital agreed to cut both things for us. So tell us about that. Sorry. Yeah, the hospital. Oh, sorry.
The money was paying 600. How you came in?
Negotiate on our behalf.
Don't worry. Ignore them. Just look at it.
Ẹ sọ Yorùbá àwọn tó wà lórí program náà gbọ́ Yorùbá.
Okay, sir.
So that
two questions yẹn ṣàlàyé fún yín ṣe to understand. So the question is nígbà tí a dé hospital yẹn, you know, despite the fact so kò sí much, hospital yẹn continue to treat.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir.
Did all they could, even though bill tó fún wa be about 700,000 have been colloquy. So one day, you know, we negotiate here. Tó fi gé wálẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir.
Good. So mo fẹ́ kẹ́ sọ àárín yẹn fún wa, how you came by that.
Just tell
us what happened, you know.
Okay, when there's the doctor gbata do hospital tó sọ pé ó máa operate ni pé iye báyìí làwọn fẹ́ gbà. So mo kàn bẹ̀ doctor pé kàn jọ̀ọ́ kàn ṣe kọ́kọ́ bá mi save life ẹ̀ ná because life ẹ̀ ni first thing pé ẹgbẹ́ kọ́kọ́ bá mi save life ẹ̀ ná gbà tí doctor check blood náà sọ pé 10%, doctor ọkọ bínú pé kí wá gbé because eléyìí ó jẹ́ dangerous work fún un láti ṣe mo ṣàbẹ̀ ìgbà tó operate tó gbé wọnú ward ìgbà tó máa di second day ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wú ó swell up gan doctor yẹn ló mú owó lápò ààrẹ tó fi lọ ra 2 pints of blood tó fún so ìgbà tí doctor dẹ̀ fún ní 2 pints doctor sọ fún mi pé okay ọlá báwo lẹ ṣe máa san owó sí because òun ò ṣáà lè fi owó òun operate òun save life òun àtọmọ owó òun lòun tún fi ra ẹ̀jẹ̀ báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ máa san owó fún òun mo ṣàbẹ̀ pé kó jọ pé even èmi owó tí n bá rí àbí kí n lọ ta fóònù mi kí tẹ̀ wá fi san nínú owó yẹn so thank God bí doctor yẹn kàn ṣe bínú pé òun máa gbowó òun ni woman kọ́kọ́ come in because gbàtà kọ́kọ́ come to Facebook wọ́n block wa wọ́n ní scam ni wípé we can't just come to Facebook woman kọ́kọ́ rí wa níbi tá ti ń sunkún níbi ẹnu ọ̀nà ẹni woman fi sọ pé kì í pé òun ní ẹni tí òun lè connect wa pẹ̀lú tó máa help wa because gbàtà ọmọ yẹn ń sunkún gan tó lọ need the food we can't be able to afford to get the food.
And ṣé n tó connect yín ló wá link yín mọ́ Yorùbá Union or prior kẹ́tọ́ meet Yorùbá Union.
No, tí woman yẹn rí wa sí ẹnìkan wá bá mi tó ní mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí èmi as a nurse kì í jẹ́ kí èmi àtòun jọ deal òun máa ra ọmọ yẹn ní 4 million a lè rí owó san.
So offer tí woman tó wá bá yẹn offer tó mú wá ní pé kẹ́ wá ta àwọn ọmọ yẹn àbí ní 4 million naira.
No, kì í ṣe woman yẹn o ẹnìkan tí wọ́n wá bá mi.
Right.
So gbà tí woman yẹn wá gbọ́ ni woman yẹn fi lóhùn máa connect wa ẹnìkan tí wọ́n wá bá mi pé kí n jẹ́ kí òun ra àwọn ọmọ méjèèjì ní 4 million pé so a lè rówó hospital àtàwọn nǹkan kan tá a máa ṣe a lè rí san pé torí ọmọ yẹn kéré kò lè tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ yẹn.
Right. Anyway, I want to say a very big thank you to you, man. Ọlọ́run á bá yín gbé ẹrù títí yín náà kẹsẹ̀ tó fi ẹrù títí ẹsẹ̀ tó gbé ẹrù ẹlẹ́rù, right? So Ọlọ́run ló wọ́n gbé títí wọn Ọlọ́run á bá mi bá yín gbé ẹrù yín náà ṣẹ́gbọ́n.
Àmín sir.
Àwa máa gbìyànjú lọ́nà ọ̀dọ̀ títí wá ń bẹ̀ ṣe yìí sí. So àkọ́kọ́ ní pé kí a ti báwo lára ẹ̀ sì iná like obìnrin lọ́wọ́ ẹlẹ́nkan kan ṣe yẹ ẹ̀sìn báwo dẹ̀ lára ẹ̀.
Ẹ ṣé gan mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Yorùbá Union ẹ ṣé gan ẹ ṣé àdúpẹ́ gan because ìgbà tí mọ́mì máa wá ojú operation yẹn ti open ó ti ń gbé gbàdàgbà tí ò take àwọn necessary treatment because èmi náà mi ò lówó láti rà á because èmi náà manage ni ìgbà tó dẹ̀ padà síbẹ̀ tí princess wá ta padà sí hospital wọ́n fún ní necessary treatment augment service injection tó ń gbà láti bí ìjọ yẹn láti lọ sí hospital tí ń gba injection ló ti ń treat ẹ̀ padà and the wound is closing now I'm very very abẹ́ṣẹ́ gan Ọlọ́run á máa ràn yín lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run á túbọ̀ máa bá mi gbé ọwọ́ yín sókè thank you very much sir.
Bless you too. So going forward,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So bóyá àtúmọ̀ kàn sí yín bọ̀ ẹ̀yin àti princess a máa fa pẹ̀lẹ́ yín lọ́wọ́. So ṣé wá rí nígbà tí ṣe rí lára nǹkan tí a lè ṣe òun ni wípé ọ̀nà nígbà tí union sọ pé carry act ọtí ń sìn so wọ́n release 500,000 naira. Right there and then.
Thank you very much. Ẹ ṣé gan sir, more blessings sir. Ọlọ́run àti ọba máa ràn yín lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ní ogun wàhálà àti ìdààmú sir. Ẹ ṣé gan.
Àbí. So dọ́tà máa ṣe ní pé by the time tí a bá conclude how to put the resources together for wa, ẹ̀yin máa jẹ́ bí witness ẹ̀ ti yẹn sìn. So wọ́n máa mú lọ sí plan yẹn ní pé kọ́ mu lọ sí bóyá bí bank. Tó bá jẹ́ máa lọ fi 1 million ti ní o. 2 million. Depends on wherever money to raise from. So
okay,
one of his accounts can look quiet. Then I need jáde to my tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. I then need to go for after that graduation.
Okay, sir.
So then graduation tailoring yẹn. Yẹn ló máa fi fún àwa ní oríyìn gbogbo ìta ń ṣe. So but when ìrànlọ́wọ́ fáwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ tẹ́yìn ìrànlọ́wọ́ tí màá help ẹ̀ yẹn tẹ́yìn tí bá fẹ́ back on a princess
yes sir.
At the highest ṣàkóso ó pẹ́ jù láàrin bí 2-3 days wọ́n á rán yàn wá sọ́nà dọ̀ check on you but again yima ẹ ṣé o ẹ jẹ́ kí princess.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, sir.
So princess so èwo ni Táyé báyìí èwo ni Kẹ́hìndé.
Really, mi ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀. Kẹ́hìndé ni. Okay, Kẹ́hìndé ni mo gbé dání. She's light skinned. And Táíwò ni Miss Jennifer gbé dání lẹ́yìn yẹn.
So ṣé méjèèjì ni àbí ọkùnrin?
Obìnrin làwọn méjèèjì. They are girls.
Oh, that's so beautiful, man. Anyway, so princess, Kenny. So you and I will now get down to this and speak to our people. Any form of because the reason is this: we are going to raise this fund. So the first one, the welfare of the children. It hasn't really been where we want it to be. I was still talking to you earlier today that maybe you should go and get them this dual pram for twins. Take her to a baby shop, right? Shop for them. Because it's like that, they actually have nothing.
How am I go? That's a long ago, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a very sorry case, you know.
So in the next few minutes, just before we go this evening, okay? So we are going to raise funds. Okay, so budget 1 naira, budget 2 naira. I implore you, my viewers. I mean, I don't know what it is going to take care of 2 children, babies, right? I have an idea because I am also a father, and I've just not done it like 2 at a time before. So we can imagine that whatever you want to get, you have to get them in 2s, right? But I understand that everything is also not money. There are those who can reach out, who can send things, gifts that can be used, baby clothes, wares, and other stuff. So, princess, apart from this,
Olafioye David just sent 10,000 naira right now.
God bless
I just
you.
got the alert. Yeah.
I want to know
if, thank you very much. If
you who have a Nigerian account who can actually really help, it will be a great deal. A great idea, honestly speaking. So if you help us chip in at all. So I understand that the Yoruba Union leaders, the 3 of them actually raised $500,000 as well. Is that right, princess?
Yes, they did. They raised $500,000 about, I think on Sunday. Yeah.
So,
$500,000. Yeah, la kolo sibe.
Right.
O la kolo si odo la ara bed nínú ẹ̀. Bá mi mú àwọn receipt yẹn wá jọ. Ó dà pé wà ní drawer yẹn. Ara bed, ara oúnjẹ àwọn ọmọ yàrá ẹyọkan ní 11,000 naira. Ẹyọkan tara ní 11,000 naira yẹn. Ara mẹ́rin. Ara oúnjẹ mẹ́rin fún wọn. Ara mattress. Kí la tún rà? Ara wipes, ara cereal fún ìyá wọn. Asan nínú 650 àbí 700 owó hospital asan èlò lásán ẹ̀. A fún wọn ní 250 l'hospital. Ara mattress 68,000. We have the receipt and everything here.
Right.
But she know 500,000. 44,000 yeah, on la fi ra kíní oúnjẹ. Yeah, la fi ra ṣé náà ní lára nan one. Ara diaper náà fún wọn.
Meat and other things.
Yeah.
60,000.
Olówó Olúfẹ́mi, yeah, sent 35,000 naira.
Thank you.
Just now. Then Tajuddin Nicholas sent 5,000 naira. Lemonade Techno sent 21,040 naira.
Right.
Then Samuel Hafolabi sent 10,000 naira. Then Alake Kolakbo sent 14,000 naira.
It's beautiful. So we expect.
Olariwaju sent another 20,000 naira right now.
God bless him. So that's
super grateful to you guys. Yeah, Beji is very grateful too.
Ayomide, so it's okay. Relax, relax, Cynthia. No worry, relax. So I can share Lucy. So there are many things that people can actually put for. Meanwhile, if you don't have any Naira account, you can use the PayPal. Just make sure that you say this money is for Ayomide or Yabichi, wherever you want to title it as, and she will get every penny of it, of that, I believe. So,
okay, Tolulope Tolex sent 20,000 naira. Yeah. Tolex. Juliet sent 10,000 naira. Lawal Medina sent 10,000 naira. Ajagbe Sohib for the twins to Karo Ojire, he sent 20,000 naira.
Thank you,
yes,
Ajagbe.
Simeon. Yeah. Ajagbe. Oh, people are really turning up for her. Ajagbe Sohib, 20,000 naira. Tinkra Techno, 50,000 naira.
Amazing.
Priscilla Yahaya, 30,000 naira.
Thank you.
Ogubono, 40,000 naira. Simeon, 30,000 naira.
Yes,
Awolesi Michael, 50,000 naira. Then Yeroku Oluwaz, 25,000 naira.
God bless all of you.
We are super grateful to you all. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Somebody calculating that. A lot about pull it together. That means we have possibly gotten to about 200,000-300,000 by now.
Yes.
Okay. So let me know as they are coming on. Okay. So somebody is asking, what about the father? Has the father contacted her since you've been in touch? Have you heard anything? Help, because usually they always come back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No. He has not, sir.
Because
family kankan yọjú.
Àti àwọn family even but you understand, see, like I lè sọ pé torí àìní yẹn ló fà á everybody ó yẹ ń sì àwọn parents ẹ̀ ń kọ́ bàbá ọkọ ni mo ń sọ àwọn èèyàn ọkọ.
Mayegun, there's a break in time. Mi ò gbọ́ sórí gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ. Gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ ń sìn kò sí tí mo gbọ́ nínú ẹ̀.
Mo ń béèrè nípa bàbá ọmọ níṣẹ́, mo nípa àwọn family and others. Ṣé wọn ò tiẹ̀ yọjú ká ti sọ pé torí wọn ò lówó ńgbà tó kọ́kọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀? Ṣé o ti yẹ yín sìn? Because I've oríṣiríṣi story báyìí rí, right? Tẹ́lẹ̀ máa gbọ́ pé ìyàwó bímọ wọn méjì.
Bàbá wọn á dẹ̀ padà yọjú á ní ẹ̀rù ló.
Ẹ̀rù ló bá wọn o, torí wọn ò wá all right ni o. So I think they're having serious network issue in at Princess House. Maybe they should change their network anyway. So I want to say a big thank you to all of you who have been responding. Please, what we are trying to do here is to help these innocent children. There are many. You know something about us, right? She's not the only one, right, who actually gets this kind of help from us. There are many other vulnerable people within our space that, you know, every little help can actually help change their lives, because this that just happened is enough to change the trajectory of not just that of their mother, including that of the children. Now, this little intervention could actually be the little they need, right, to lead a very, very meaningful life. So it will be an honor. We've done it before, and you heard currently the Yoruba Union have at least 8 children that we're sending to school. It's like, you know, like we are building bit of a community, little by little, one by one, two by two, and all of that. So today we have two beautiful twins, right? That's your intervention, your support, your widow's mite, call it whatever it is. Every penny counts, you know. And of course, you always get to have all the
We have
accounts.
157,500 from board infrastructure.
Is that a same situation?
157,500 naira from board infrastructure. We have 25,000 naira from Johnson.
Okay, thank you, Johnson.
We have another 30,000 naira. This came from a tap account.
Okay.
We have 10,000 naira from Gregor. Yeah.
Greg.
We have 20,000 from Olalowo Joseph.
Thank you so much, Joseph.
We have another 5,000 from Olamilekon Ventures.
Thanks so much, Olamilekon.
We have another 5,000 Ade Mujimi Femi. We have another 20,000 naira from Oyekola Olanike.
Thank you so
Another
much.
10,000 naira from Lemonade Techno.
Thanks
and
so
another
much.
20,000 naira from Stephen Aderobi.
Aderobi Obroba. Okay.
Yeah,
So
just stop that.
is that all, Abi?
That's about it. Let me go there. We've been able to raise 620,000 naira right here.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's just about 12 minutes now, because we have been in it and we have done it now for 12 minutes, right? So we can keep going. Maybe we can reach 1 million, maybe 2 million, maybe even 5. Maybe that is a bit of a fast stretch. So what we are trying to do, in which I expect you to come back later, though, Princess, she get to see. So it's when we finally put them on the track, right? So you can help them plan this money as it should be. They understand, see, so that we are not going to actually end up turning this into a cost. It should be a blessing.
We have another 40,000 naira from Oluwaseun Oye.
Thank you so much.
We have 20,000 from Aisha. We have 50,000 naira from Okupa Anthony Ho. We have 30,000 naira from someplace, anonymous. We have 30,000 naira from Joseph Moloku.
Okay.
We have 50,400 naira from another tap account.
Understand? So, and we are now total how much? 800,000. Let me know how much. So God bless all of you as you are responding, all of you. And to those who are going to say,
yeah, what if I not drop our Beji àti Beji? Yes.
So
my driver just stepped out with them and with Ahmed.
You will liaise with Ahmed and we can report back as well. Once
the driver just stepped out with Ahmed now. We have another 35,000 naira from Oluwatoyin.
God bless you, Toyi, ma'am.
We say a very big thank you to you. We are super grateful. Need
more because so our plan is not a short-term plan, and to put a long-term plan in place, right? We are going to need a collective, the collectivity of everybody. Every penny counts. 1,000 naira, $2, £1, £10, every penny counts. In the long run, right? We are not handing all of the cash to Justice this mother. We want to help her actually plan for what we think will be the best for herself and her children. An opportunity that is so rare. When they put money together for you on the internet, right? It is like a sudden money. I've had people who were begging for, I've had people who were begging for, please, I need help. We need 450,000 naira. And somehow the story became so touching, right? That people actually give them millions. Only for person where they beg for 400,000 naira to go and buy a car.
Yeah.
And they're like,
oh, Gigi. We have another 20,000 from Lemonade Techno. We have 10,000 naira from Ogidiolu Daniel. Then we have another 10,000 naira from Tap Tap.
Okay. So, what do you call the techno? What is that techno thing? Is that like an app?
I don't know. I think it's an app.
It is an app, Abby.
I think it is.
Because
we have another 30,000 naira from Kazim.
30, you know. So the long plan is that if we can pull enough together for her, we can actually use her as a legacy project of how, you know, to judiciously use what is called the crowdfunding, because that's what we are doing right now, Princess. We are crowdfunding.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we are doing.
So crowdfunding.
We opened the account with 2,119,000 naira, and we have over 3 million. We have 3,147,000 naira right now.
So you need to repeat that. I like that part. So there is a balance in the union's account.
We have a balance from the money contributed the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a balance of 2,119,770 naira 41 kobo. That's what we opened this account with
tonight. Abby.
And right now we have 3,147,351 naira 71 kobo.
Okay, 71. So somehow, I think we have raised over 1 million naira already in 15 minutes.
Almost 1 million. Yeah, over 1 million. Yes, we have over 1 million. Yeah. Yes.
God bless people. If you're a pastor and I don't get what do you call it for mouth, but from the bottom of my heart, I am sending, you know, a bigger blessing your way. Like you decided.
We have another 50,000 naira from Otunuga Ademola.
Otu, God bless you. So be any contribution in another currency. So and I'm so happy that all that contribution going into that, because everything still ends there anyway. So if I get any form of contribution via PayPal or any other means, right? We also announce that I haven't. So if you are watching us from the UK, for example, and you can actually download the Tap as well, because I do that, okay? So if you download the Tap, you can give us £10, £5. By the time they convert it, we are talking about 10,000, 20,000 naira. Every penny counts. Every kobo count in this instance, okay? So God bless you all, every one of you. You see that time, you see a lot of us actually do these things without any real care. But from the heart, we just feel like, you know what, I'll give them 10,000, I'll give them 5,000, or somebody give us 50,000 naira. You see, it is not just about the amount, it is actually the thought. People say that a lot, they say the thought that matters, right? And in this case, right, you are 100% assured that this will be judiciously actually used for the betterment of this beneficiary. So
we got another 80,000 naira from Lemonade Techno. We got 50,000 from Roberts, France.
Right. So we just got another 130,000 then, right?
Yes.
So that somehow we have crossed 1.2 million naira in 17 minutes. That's not bad. So let's keep going. The intention is for us to actually get as much as possible that we can open an account, right? Is that not the plan? You can just go on, take out to the bank, put in a million deposit for her a year, right? She will have 1 million, and whatever, if they give her any interest on that later, fine. If they don't, fine. But at least she will have something to set herself off when she finally graduates from her training. Do you understand that now? So that's something great. So if we have a chance of putting together, let's say 1 million or 2 million or even 3 million naira for her, so in a year time, when she's ready to actually really go, by then our children will probably already be running about, as well as ourselves will probably be more coordinated and organized than now. she could have a whole of her life back in her hand in
Back
no time.
together. Yeah.
And that is exactly what this money is going to do for her. I mean, it is. Because currently, with the intervention of the union so far, we couldn't have done anything without money, could we?
No, we wouldn't be able to do anything. You know, the children were practically sleeping on the floor.
I saw it. Now she be meeting
They were
on
the floor.
you know. So it's great. We are doing well. God bless every one of you as you are watching this video, and you are also sort of pulling your credit card, your debit card, and something is telling you, do it. I'll do it later, or I'll do it after.
I got another 25,000 from Tata. I got 10,000 from Adetoro. Adebe, you know, the name stopped. I got another 30,000 naira, you know, from Oluwasheu.
Right.
God bless you. 17,850 naira from Fincra Techno. Yeah. Tap send payment. Right.
So, can somebody give me a figure? Auctioning. So, can somebody give me a figure? Where are we? Ahmed, is somebody okay? Ahmed has probably left the place. I better make sure I'm there.
Yeah, Ahmed took her home with my driver. We have 20,000 naira from Francis J. Adams.
God bless you, Francis. God bless every one of you.
We opened.
Yes, I mean, if you are new on Mayegun's Diary Political, this may look somehow to you. It shouldn't, though, all right? Because on Mayegun's Diary Political, apart from us highlighting the happenings in that place, talking about the victims of all the actions and inactions of those in charge of that Nigeria, right? On this platform, we have also used this platform to actually raise funds to help people, individuals. We've had people who have abused it, and we have had people who have remained eternally grateful to us, to you, for what we did when we did them. So this is one of them. So if you are on Mayegun's Diary, you are within a community.
Another 10,000 from Lemonade Techno.
Right. So I need somebody to give me figure. Do you have any other person with you there, Princess, so that I can give a figure?
We have 3,440,000 naira, 201. No, 3,440,201 naira, 71 kobo.
So yeah, 440 means that we currently have 1.3 million and 20,000. So I think we are now closing to so we're just over 1.3 million, and that would be in 21 minutes. So we can do more. See, I am not trying to mount pressure. I know that we can do better, and I know we can do more. So to those of us who possibly feels like, man, I'll do mine later. No, you don't worry. Those of you who can actually do it now, you can do it and be counted now. So thank you so much. Right there. So, Princess, I was asking about the father earlier, right? And I don't want to sound a little bit, imposing and all of that. Okay. So I want us to find out whatever. So, how about now? I mean, 100%. I think it is the network or something. Right. Let's fix that. Okay. So, and then Princess will come back. I know a lot of you who have a lot of things possibly to say, but let me tell you this, in case if you have other people around you, Yoruba Union is about, is about the Yoruba's interest in their space called that Nigeria, right? And we believe that if we want our people to understand how degenerated and how unlucky it is for us to be part of this contraption called Nigeria, with those who are supposed to actually cover our own interest. They call them leaders, I call them dealers. Those who are supposed to cover our interest as Yoruba people have chosen their own personal interest instead. So what Yoruba Union stands for is to further educate the Yorubas why our place in Nigeria is completely that of, how do you put it? Like, it is a cheat, sort of. It is a wrong, bad, terrible deal for the Yorubas in Nigeria. But how do you show to them that Nigeria and Yoruba has been part of this contraption as it is currently set up, right, is to our own disadvantage? It is when you meet them at their point of need in a way where, I mean, as we are offering help, we are also offering liberation in our own way. Do you get that now? So Yoruba Union is like using one stone to kill two birds in this case. But we are not that buoyant. We are not that rich. We don't have all of the resources to do what we really, really want to do. But we still strongly believe that as a community, right, if we manage to build a community where people understand what is more important than what is irrelevant, right, then there's a chance that our greatest sort of assets will not be how much cash we have in our account or what have you. It's going to be the quality of people that we have in our midst. And how do you get them? How do you, it is by showing them what it takes to be Yorubas, be merciful, merciful, loving, accommodating, helpful, supportive, and name it. So that is exactly what we are trying to bring into our struggle. So thank you so much for helping us by chipping in your own widow's mite tonight. Now, if you do have people around you that you think they are going through it, right? And somehow they could make do with any little help. All you have to do is to find a means. Reach out to the Yoruba Union reps and the best way to actually meet the Yoruba Unionists is to join us on the Telegram. We have a Telegram group, okay? You sign up. You can also sign up as a Yoruba Union member by going on to the yorubaunion.org. Go on, go check it. yorubaunion.org tells you at least a bit of what we are all about, okay? And of course, what we have been doing, or what we have been doing rather, right? So I don't know if Princess is probably struggling to get back in, or somehow it seems. Give me a sec. Because I actually need a number, but somehow it seems. So again, if you have reached out, I am personally thanking you as always, okay? And if you are planning to reach out as well, maybe I should thank you in advance as well, okay? Now, if Princess managed to come back, she can give us a bit of a closure just before we round it up tonight. I was going to take, a call earlier. Give me a sec. So I want her to possibly come and tell us where are we. Somehow that feels good, right? When you check and say, okay, how much have we got? And it begins to kind of come together and you're like, yeah, I think there is a plan. So Princess, work on your network somehow is not bringing out your face, and I can't bring just blank all of you. Okay, please check that out. So let's check this.
We have 50,000 naira from Olotu Olugbenga Olaiwola Labors. Thank you very much. We have 21,040 naira.
Princess.
Hello. Yes, Baba.
Now, Abducted communicate. No, I would have getting kakini and golata bele. Oh dear. Well, Nigeria network. So Olotu, I've just heard your name now, sir. So thank you. I wanted her to actually come on and settled. Then she can start giving us the updates. But somehow she started reading it even before I get her connected. I apologize for that. Okay, so we're gonna get her back. and then we can have our updates. Meanwhile, let me check my own side one. If okay, so there is no any other donation coming in except through the Nigerian bank account of the union. So, Princess.
In fact.
So somehow
yeah, mo wa bi my ego.
So, she engbo mi ba ya bi.
Mo ń gbọ́ ẹ díẹ̀, but tó bá lè gbọ́ èmi dáadáa, I have few names here. Láti dárúkọ, ó dà pé mo ti dárúkọ Olótù Olúgbénga Ọláìwọlá, that's Lababs. Yeah, I have 21,000 from Lemonade Techno. I have another 50,000 naira from Lemonade Techno. Yeah. I have 40,000 from Fason Ayoride.
God bless you, sir, Fason.
40,000 from Fason Ayoride.
Ah, man. There's always going to be that thing to actually frustrate you. And that's one of the reasons why we no longer really have our People's Parliament of Nayegu's area anymore. Because when people want to join from that contraption, right, it is always like you have to do fasting and prayer because the networks there are pretty like shite, seriously. So now we have to keep going back and forth. So I want her to give us the update before we go tonight, okay? So thank you so much to those of you who have actually who continue to reach out. So help me continue to press that money. Press it, yeah? I know. So thank you very much once again. So we, on behalf of the twins, you know, when I was growing up, right, it was like they usually say the twins, you know, when you have twins, they always bring blessing to their parents. Now somehow, right, this one is looking so, because if they have, I mean, when you meet the people who actually have that strong belief, right, things may initially be not be going right, but right now that they are getting the help they need, you know, people with that belief will say, yes, the twins have brought blessings to their mother.
Network, no, wàá ṣe lọ sórí òkè láti ní kí network yẹn lè ṣiṣẹ́.
It's not working now. You're struggling to have you on. That's terrible. Princess.
You know what? It's very terrible. Extremely terrible.
Okay. So mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́ fún wa ní update ẹ bá ní so that you know, just before we go, we can have a number. You know me, I like number.
I have so many names here. Ó dà pé Fason Ayorinde ni mo dé, 40,000 from Fason Ayorinde, 20,000 from Lemonade Techno.
What the heck, man? Yeah. Now see why I know they bring guests from Nigeria. This is why I don't. Because it's always so frustrating. And if they manage to even get on, go and see the quality of the video after. It's always like horrible. So what's the point? It's unfortunate, but yeah. Again, we are being grateful, and I'll keep being thankful. All right. So this is what we came to do tonight, and I am so glad. Like I am so happy. Should I actually show how happy I am? It won't really matter, right? But this is the kind of happiness that they will say if you are riding a horse inside me right now, Baba, you could just gallop up the go. There will be no any form of hiccup. So I'm grateful to every one of you that's sort of like chipped in, and I'm so sorry that we are unable to get to the exact total yet. Somehow it has now become even worse to get her connected. But I'm still going to try it one more time. All right? I'm still going to try it one more time. And I'm also reading my comments. Hang on there. Or the network. That's why we say Nigeria is a place whereby, you know, if you are not, if your second name, I mean, your last name is not Obank Baro, Tifnumbudi Dikede Simba of Anambra, maybe Soludom or Wiriwike. You know what I mean? So the word of life is already leading you by 4-0. So you get, if your parents can't get small change where they can't struggle, manage, send you to school, that means you get educated, you have an opportunity to make your life better. But remember, it is a place where the system is rigged against you anyway. So, but that will give you a bit of a not qualification, a bit of edge, and you can possibly catch up by 4-1. Now, maybe if you now end up marrying somebody who is going to complement you like productively as well, maybe then you can get to 4-2, right? The education plus, you may end up trying to set up your own financial sort of like a platform or something, right? And if you succeed, you may have a 2-go, and then you draw. I mean, you're going to draw with life. That's what Nigeria is. People are in Nigeria and they are losing big gigs, like this work from home hybrid style of working, where Nigerians are working for multinational companies inside Nigeria, getting paid in Nigeria, but the companies are outside Nigeria, right? So it's a very good internet connection. That is seamless today. We have had people who have given testimony that they had to lose, they lost the gig because they couldn't match up. Internet rigged against you, Nigeria. Princess, let's try it for the last time. Bye.
Yeah, Mungo bye. All right, bit clearer and see.
Oh, seems so. So you tell me, where are we?
I need 40,000. Last of the fason I already. 20,000 Lemonade Techno. Another 20,000 Cornelia Goodness. We have 25,137 naira, 80 kobo from Lemonade Techno again. We have 20,475 naira from Finkra Techno, tap send payment.
Right.
We have 5,000 naira from Falano Adeolu. We have 21,000 from Finkra Techno, yeah.
Right.
Then we have another 40,000 from Samuel Idowu.
God bless you, Sir Samuel, sir. So is that everything?
That's what we have, and we have about 3,752,854 naira, 51 kobo. That's what we have right now.
So, and that simply means that we have managed to raise 1.5 million and 32,000. Sorry, and 33,000 and whatever other naira after that. So 1.5. Where is your meter to? Change your meter to join. I have seen Olowo that came up as Nicole and how to get to Los. I have seen Olowo, I've seen the Babs. I've seen Olowo, I've seen Lebab. I have not seen or heard from Mrs. Busari. You barely see her, even though she's watching as well. So I'm calling, some of you are like the members of the union as well. This may be a chance for us to take us to 2 million naira before we go to bed. Can we do 2 million? Is that possible? It's like an auction. I want us to do better. And I think that some of the contributions are still going to come after the broadcast, so it doesn't really have to be now. But I really want us to, even though we said that whatever we come up with or we manage to come up with, it will be what we will plan, plan with, right? Or plan on. So, Princess, so here we are. Ayomide is not the only person that actually needs help from the Yoruba Union, if we come to think of it, right? Because I remember when you actually had a list. Remember that list of people across different parts of Yoruba land?
Yeah, we had it some time ago, where we were still going for the outreach, driving from one state to another, you know, seeing the real people, the organic people, Yoruba people that are not really having access to the internet, but were able to see us. They were able to express themselves. You know, we weren't bearing gifts and all, and we have these people. We have their numbers. We have their names. You know, we are just going to have a database of that compilation, and we'll be good to go. We have so many people in Yoruba land that needs help, and we will definitely reach out to them one at a time. It is just one step at a time.
It will be. Thank you so much, Princess. So it's really good to have you back on the temple tonight, and I bet a lot of people who have not seen you in a while, but they have actually been reading you. They must be happy to see your face again this evening. So, Princess,
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, and I'm happy to have you too. Okay. What we're gonna do next is that I'm going to bring you back in a week time. Do you understand?
Yes.
So we are coming in a week time, and then we are going to not only give the account of what you have been able to do, all right? We are going to give a stellar report on how far we've gone, and then whatever is left as well, all right? So I wish you all the best. So we would have a chat after the program, okay? And I know you keep it.
Yeah, we have another 20,000 from Hamzat Kolawole.
God bless you, Hamzat.
Thank you so much, Hamzat.
So, and on that note, we are going to call it a night. So maybe you can like personally thank everyone, like the usual, just before you go, Princess.
I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming through for Ayomi Day. And I am super happy we are a big family here. And Ọlọ́run á ṣàánú gbogbo wa, àti Yorùbá, àti Igbo, àti Hausa, àti gbogbo àtàwà lórí platform yìí. I am super proud of us. I am happy to be associated with you guys. And we are super grateful. I am happy help is coming our way. You know, she's a young girl that made mistake, but that shouldn't stop her. We should be able to take her forward to the next level, and that's what we are doing. And I'm super grateful. Ọlọ́run bá mi dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o. Á ṣàánú àwa tó kù, ẹrù tábíàmọ́ ò kí ń tú. Wọn ò ní sọ sẹ́nu ọ̀nà mi, wọn ò ní sọ sẹ́nu ọ̀nà yín. Ọ̀rọ̀ wa lójútùú, arójú aráyè, èyí tẹ́ wá ń lo òyìnbó. Wọn ò ní fòkú yín ránṣẹ́ sílé o. Ẹ ní gbúrò aburú lórí àwọn tẹ́ fi sílé náà. Thank you so much. You're far too kind. You're all far too kind. Thank you.
Your Princess. So I have received a message from Yomi. So Yomi Totu, the madam is like the madam has bailed him out. So they've sent us a PayPal contribution, which comes to 36 pounds. That's how much it comes to.
We have Oyenuga Basirat 10,000. We have Olubumi Abosede 50,000. Then we have Funshaw Hem 25,000. So we have a total of 3,897,850 naira 51 kobo.
Let's see. So when we change our 36 pounds, that itself should give us let me see, about 70,000 naira as well.
Yeah.
That's across, okay. That's sorry. I'm gonna get it across, all right. So we
I'll say that.
If anything,
we have another 25,000 naira from Ademola. Please. Oh, Ademola said, please make it anonymous. So sorry about that.
So just Ademola is enough then. So
yes, it is enough.
Okay. So is that all? Yeah.
Yes, we have 3,922,854 naira 51 kobo.
And let's be very clear, that is not Ayomide's. Everything is not Ayomide's money, okay? Yes. So the balance account is what Princess just read out. So before when we started, right, the opening balance of the account was 2,119,770 naira, 41 kobo. So if you have a balance right now that says 3 point how much?
922, 3,922,854 naira.
The difference is
51 kobo. We have another 20,000 from Anyodele Richard.
God bless you, Amanyo.
So we have 3,942,854.51.
Good. We will see what the balance is by tomorrow, and I can possibly tell everybody what it is afterward. Okay. So far so good tonight. In a space of 42 minutes, long stretch, we're able to raise 1.7 million naira. That's a 1.720. That's how much we have been able to raise tonight. So to all the donors, God bless all of you. To Princess Yoruba Union, God bless all of you, and God keeps you for us.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Mario. Thank you so much.
Enjoy the rest of the evening. Good night, ma'am. So to everyone else, yeah, it's kind of been a wonderful night. I am so happy. Like Princess said, I am super proud of you. That's beautiful. So to every one of you who actually chipped in, and I don't know how to really pray for you because I don't pray, and it's not a bad thing, but I'm just being honest, right? But when I open my mouth to pray, just know that it's coming from the bottom of my heart, and it will manifest. May you, right? May you, or should I say, may God, may the universe meet you at your point of need. Everybody needs something, and I don't know it. And most of the time, it's not always like physical, whatever it is, that thing, especially in your heart, something you are practically like asking God, screaming, praying, crying. I don't know it, you do know it. You shall be met at your point of need, every one of you, including those of you who indeed also wish them well. I will give you updates on that. Sorry that we couldn't take calls tonight, but we did something very worthy, right? All of you, especially those of you who stayed back, okay? God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to see you again this Monday. It's a new week, right? And of course, we would have a lot to catch up on then, especially those of you who have always wanted to call in, but somehow we've not had a chance in the last 2 broadcasts, right? So thank you. Enjoy the rest of the night, and good night from here.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun dayari political. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. kí gómìnà gbówó jẹ. Máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. òkúra olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkanṣá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.